Hi there guys, this is Farmer Bob. Welcome back to my channel. Always good to chat with you guys. As I always say, you guys are awesome. Thanks so much for joining and for listening and for also sharing your thoughts. Always nice to hear from you guys. If this is your first time, just hit the subscribe and the like. I really appreciate that. And also share the stuff, so we can grow my little channel. Thanks so much, man. Guys, yes, what we're doing today, man. I've been asked by one of the subscribers how to make a mod from placeables or basically anything in another map. So the idea here is to just show you how to do that. And the one that he was particularly talking about or referring to was on No Man's Land. There's some nice animal husbandries that Alien Jim has built into the map, but it's not part of his mod pack that you can download, by the way. Alien Jim's got a very nice mod pack that you can download with hundreds of mods in it. I won't say mods, placeable pack is the right word. A placeable pack that you can download as a mod and put in your game, and then install any of his or a lot of his mods, or his placeables rather is the word. Good, so let's get stuck in, guys. I have downloaded No Man's Land, just to give you an idea, extracted it. So that's where you first want to what you first want to do is whatever map or thing you want to use, you have to extract into a folder on your desktop or somewhere, anywhere, doesn't really matter. And then, because just for those of you guys that don't know, Giants Editor does not work directly out of zip files. So you have to unzip the file, do your things, and make a new folder, and then zip it all again for the game, to be a valid mod. Okay, so that's basically our process. So here is the folder for Alien Jim's No Man's Land, and we're going to go and just have a look at that animal husbandry. Where is that? I think it's under maps, placeables, is it? Placeables, sorry, there it is. And here is all the stuff that's in No Man's Land. It's all the little mods and placeables that's available. So we're going to find here we go, husbandry cows. Here it is, husbandry cows. So what you're going to do is you're going to open the i3D first of all and check it out in the editor. There it is, all sorted out. And now the next thing to do is to create a folder on your desktop, but let's first click here. The only thing you want to do here is export it. So you're going to go file, export selection with files. On your desktop you can make a folder for it. Let's create a new folder here, new folder, and call it cows. I'm just going to call it cows for now. And then in that folder we're going to save this i3D now. So we're going to call this i3D cows as well, just for fun. And we're going to go save. Alright, at the two questions you're going to get asked, do you want to get the parent directory? You go no, and you keep the relative paths no, because we don't want anything to do with the map. We just wanted to export everything that's connected to this particular placeable into that folder, and once you finish you can just close, don't save, and that is basically it. Now we have a cows folder here. And if you open that now, you'll see there's the new i3D with everything connected to it, all nice and neat, sorted out. But we now need an XML to load this as a mod into the game, and that is now where we need to go back into our folder for the map and find the husbandry cows XML, which is that one. Copy that. Go into your folder of cows, or whatever you've called it, paste it in here. We need is there, husbandry cows. Okay, now we're going to open this husbandry cows. There it is. There's a few things we need to change in this, because at the moment it's a placeable in the map. So you'll see its directory here for file name and for the image is pointing at stuff in the map. So we need to change that too. And then you can browse down your XML and find anything related to the map. That is fine. That's just a hotspot. Sounds. You can find anything. Here we go. There, sounds moving. So this sound file is part of the map. The ones that says $data is part of Farming Simulator, so you don't have to worry about those. But the ones that points to anything in the map folder, you need to change that as well and bring it over. So we know now there's a sound file that we need. There's another one. Oh, there's another one. Just going to go scroll down. That's a $data. You don't have to worry about that. Milk straw. Okay, that's basically it. So we need to find this slidinggate.wav and bring it over as well. So we're going to go back to the map. Going to close that. Back to the placeables folder. And we're going to find, it says, let me just go here. It says that it is located under maps, sounds. Alright, so we're going to go back in here. Placeables, go one back. These maps, these sounds. And now we need to find the one that says sliding gate. Now you're going to see that the extension is different. These are .ogg files. That's why it takes a while to load up. For some reason, WAV files is not good enough for Farming Simulator. They had to go with the OGG files for some reason. I don't know why. Just a normal MP3 would have been good enough for me, you know. Sorry, I'm digressing. Copy that file, Control C, and we go back to our map, to our folder. Let's create a folder for it, new folder, just to have a bit of what do you call it? A bit of organization in it. Create a folder, call it sounds. Open that and paste it. Here we go. Alright, so there it is. So now we know that in the sounds file under cows sounds is our sound file. So what we need to do is just delete that in front. Sound slidinggate.wav, and we're going to have to do that now at all of these where it says sounds, $data, sounds. So I think there was about 3 or 4 of them. Here's another one, sounds, and I think that was a lot. Alright, so that's the sound sorted, and you have to go through yours. Yours might be different, whatever placeable you work with, but just make sure that everything pointing to the same files, and you bring them over into your folder. Alright, so we've got the i3D, we've got the XML. So now we need to fix the placeable store icon. The first thing, let's go from the top. So I'm going to do this, just remove the thing in front, and then we're going to find store husbandry cows.png in the original map folder. And once we've got that, we can just drop it in the root folder, because this is the root folder there. So we're going to find in here maps, placeables, and then find, normally those will be at the bottom. There you go, store husbandry cows. That's where that one is pointing. So we're going to find store husbandry cows. I think I've passed it. Yes, I did. Store husbandry cows, husbandry cows, husbandry cows. There it is. So that one we copy over. Control C, back into our folder, just in the root, Control V. Because the root, I mean, is where your XML is lying. So your XML is there and your i3D is there. So you don't need anything in front of the stuff here, because it's in the same folder. Alright, except for the sounds, which obviously you created a folder for it. That's why these in that little directory it says sounds.slidinggate. Alright, anyway, I'm sure you guys catch that. Great, so now we have our store item. There it is, husbandry cows. Just make sure of the name, store husbandry cows. It should be the same name, because we haven't changed the name. Store husbandry cows. Now, this one here, we also want to do the same with the i3D. We've changed the name of the i3D, so we want to copy this name. Control C, bring it down here, overwrite everything, so it just says cows.i3d. If this i3d of yours is in a directory of its own, you need to have it all in here from your maps base map folder up to where the i3d is. But in my case, it's simple. I keep it simple, put everything in the same folder, then you don't have to worry about it. Okay, that's probably the easiest way to do it. Now the last thing we need for any mod to work, the thing that distinguishes a mod from a placeable is a mod desk file. It's a mod description XML file. So we're going to find another mod that has got cow husbandry in it, and we're going to use that one's mod desk file just to Jippo, because the mod desk is not much in it. It's a title and a description and a file that points to the to this XML, basically just telling the game this is a mod and this is what it's for, and here is the XML to load it. Alright, so we're going to find that now. I know I've got somewhere here in my different mods folders, there should be a cow husbandry large or something like the kind. Let's just search for it. I have searched for it before. There it is, cow. So we can just search for it. There it is, placeable cow pasture large. So we're going to just copy this one's mod desk out. I just want to close this. We can save this XML now, the husbandry cows, because we're done with that. Close it, and let us just drop this folder into our folder of cows. So copy it again into the root. Now the mod desk has to be in the root of your mod, because if it's not in the root directory here, the mod desk must be here. If it's not here, you won't, the game won't find it and it won't load it. So obviously it has to be in the root directory. So here we are. That's what a mod desk looks like. It's got the desk version. It's got the author, which you can change. I'm going to just reference Alien Jim, AJ mods, something of the kind, doesn't matter. The icon file name, you're going to change to the icon file name of your mod. So we're going to find that icon name now. Here it is. So we're going to copy this icon name, Control C, put it in here, icon.png, Control V. So store husbandry, so that when you open it in the store, you will find this little icon and it will show an icon in the store. And then, like I said, there's a title and a description which you can modify to your heart's content. I'm just going to leave it placeable large cow pasture, whatever. And there is a description for it. And then the next thing is your store items. So this store item points to your XML, as I said. So we're going to obviously copy that XML now. We're finished with that. So we open this, go to the store item husbandry cows.xml. So we want to copy that name, Control C. And the reason why I copy, guys, is you will not believe how many spelling mistakes you can make and just create for yourself so many problems and so much issues, you know, because of incorrect spelling, you know, even just a capital letter or a small letter in the wrong place, and then you've got problems. Okay, so husbandry cows. So this store item now points to our XML. The XML points to our i3d. So if we open that, there's our i3d. It will load it. It's got the store data for it here, and that is basically it, guys. So now we're going to save this mod desk, and then obviously the next thing to do now is to take this whole folder. What I'm going to do, I'm going to call it husbandry cows because the XML is called that. So I'm just going to call it like that, husbandry cows. Control, copy that, select all, Control A, right click on it, and then in your case, if you don't have a zip program, just download a zip program or just compress to zip file in Windows 10 will also work. I'm just going to go show more options in mine, add to archive, because I'm using you can use any archive program. So I'm just going to overwrite this, Control V. I'm just going to go there like that, husbandry cows.zip, change the compression to best, go OK, and there you go. There's our new mod, guys, believe it or not. So this we move into our mods folder, go shift, drop it in there. I've already got one in there with the same name, so I'm just overwriting that. Good. And now we're going to go in game, obviously, to test, to check it out, see if it's working. I'm having some coffee in the background, guys, so if you were wondering, sit back and relax, make yourself a cup and enjoy it with me. It's perfectly fine. So we're just going to go into Ravenport, and then the first thing you want to look for now, in where you've got your mods, make sure it shows it there. There it is, placeable large cow pasture. So if you see your mod there, you know that your mod disk is working right. If you don't see your mod here, you're going to have to look at your mod disk. Somewhere is a mistake or a problem. Redo it possibly, or just figure out in your log file what the problem is. Alright, so in this case it's all working fine. If you followed up to here, you shouldn't have a problem, but if you do, just fiddle with it and make sure your mod disk is fine, and then all should be well. Great, start. We don't want any instructions. First things first, I want to just go F11, put some money in the bank so we can buy stuff. Nothing works without bucks, as I always say. Okay, let's buy some land quick, because we need some space for to put that. This fairly big cow pasture, and we're gonna go visit that, obviously. Let's just go there, so we are close enough to field 12. Oops, field 12 still got a crop in it, so let us change that to just go here like so, and then purchase. And now we go to animal pens, because that's where you find yours. Will be in a different spot. Remember where that husbandry XML points to, you will find in there. If I can quickly show you, if you don't know where it is, just make sure husbandry cows. You'll see that this one is placeable, and its category is animal pens. So in your category here, it will show you where you're going to find it in game. Alright, so animal pens is the category, and there it is. So we're going to place that down here like so, and then now we need to just test and see if this thing is operating. Now if one thing operates on it, because obviously the mod should work, it's a placeable, so we're going to find out if our door works. Nice, you can even hear the door sound. That is good. And then obviously if you press R at the loading bay for whatever, you're gonna go, just go cow black and white, buy a few of them, and there they are, guys. Our mod is working perfectly, and I'm sure everything else should be in alignment and working. Yes, so there you can see our cows 11, their productivity is 0 at the moment, because we haven't fed them anything, and everything is working as it should, like clockwork, guys. And that, my friends, is how you make a mod from a placeable. You can follow the same instruction to take a prefab and make a mod for it from it, or you can just take another mod, extract stuff from there, make your own mod with another mod, or you can take a map like we've done now, export an i3D in the map, make a mod from that with the same, just following the same procedures. And just remember, guys, whatever you do, if you use someone else's stuff, please do, like in this case, I've used Alien Jim's stuff, brother. I hope you don't mind. Just use it as an example. So I'm obviously not going to post this as my own stuff, but if you do make a mod, like in this case, use someone else's thing, do get permission from them to make a mod from it, especially if you're going to put it on the internet. If you're going to use it for your private use in your own games on your own computer, no problem. I'm sure nobody's going to worry about it and have hassles. But the moment you want to give that to someone else on the internet, you're going to have to need to have just at least permission from the owner of what you've been using, you know. So yeah, just to share that from a perspective. Guys, that is it, and I hope it has been helpful. I hope it's been shedding some lights on how to do it, and that is it. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for my supporters. If you haven't joined yet, please do consider joining the the Patreon or my PayPal support, I really appreciate that, guys. It helps my channel, it helps me, and yeah, from the bottom of my heart, thanks so much. Until next time, guys, take care, man. I'll catch you next time. Cheers.